Hey, so you want to make your home smart, but you're not really sure where to even start? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you my top 3 items that I think really make it easy and simple to start having a smart home. Let's make smart home tech simple to enjoy, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it so you don't miss that next video. Welcome, you great people, to the Gross Tech Show. My name is Josh, and in today's video, I'm going to do exactly what it says. I'm going to give you my top 3 items or categories to start helping you make your smart home, well, smart. All right, so coming in at number 3 is the smart or virtual assistant speaker. The reason why I put this at 3 and not at 1, because I really don't see this as you must have it. It's nice to have. It's not a thing that you have to have a smart home, but it is something that, you know, having voice controls and being able to do all that with your voice and have weather and news and radio and play music, all that kind of stuff is nice to have, but it's not a mandatory thing. But the smart speaker is where I would start with number 3. So you've got Google Assistant, you've got Amazon A, you've got Siri, and now you've got Bixby. But the main big 3 ones are Siri, Amazon A, and Google Assistant. And those are really your top 3 places to start. And really there's not a bad one, like you go with this one and everything falls apart, or you go with this one and nothing works with it. Those 3 you're pretty solid with. If you have an iPhone and you're in the Apple sphere, the Siri HomePod is a good place to start. If you're not, or you don't have that investment into the HomePod Apple ecosphere, then that may not be where you want to start. You don't want to spend that much. You want to have a Echo or a Google Home. Well, those are good options, and really, I'm big on Google Home, but really there's not a bad option, and it's not a wrong or right choice. It's really just to play. Go to Best Buy, go to different stores, play with them, see which one you feel more comfortable with, or ones that look better to you, and go with that. All right, so number 2 is smart lights. Now, it's easy to get into smart lights. It's so, I mean, literally you unscrew a light bulb or you screw the light bulb in, and they've got Philips Hue, you've got LifeX, you've got the cheaper version of all of them would be the Senglad. You've got different options, and really my biggest thing is to pick one brand and stick with it. If you like Philips Hue and the colors and the different options, because they have so many different types of bulbs and lights in their brand, then go with that, but stay with that, because having multiples of here, a LifeX, a Philips Hue, a Senglad, it turns into being, I need to open this app, or I need to set, it gets confusing and not so easy. So you choose which ones you like. If you like having the most options and most different types of bulbs, that's the Philips Hue. If you like being able to just have the bulb and you only need a couple of them, go with LifeX. They also have some that have cameras, which is pretty awesome, built into the bulb itself. If you don't care about colors and you want to go as cheap as possible, just being able to turn them on, turn them off, dim them, Senglad is the cheapest option out there. And really, for most cases, that is, you don't really need to have colors everywhere you go. But like I said, smart lights is the quickest and easiest way, and really it's like your ground level, because you get the smart lights, you're able to, yes, use your voice, use your phone, you can use the actual switch like normal, but it can build from there to where you buy motion sensors, and now when you walk into a room, it turns on automatically. You can set it to where at this time it turns on, this time it turns off. So you've got so many options just by buying a smart bulb that can really become complex and really get into making automation in your home. But it's a great way to get in the ground floor and start with having smart lights. All right, and we can't have a top whatever number without having honorable mentions, because then if I added these, then we'd have 5. So we'll just make these honorable mentions, so that way we still have 3. So the first honorable mention is, of course, the smart outlet, the smart plugs. There's tons of them. There's cheap Chinese ones. There's more expensive ones. They all do basically all the same thing. They turn it on, turn it off. Some of them have more features, being able to tell you the power usage and monitor that kind of thing. But ultimately, it gives you the ability to turn it on and off, and it's the simplest and probably the cheapest and easiest way to get into smart home tech. All right, and the other honorable mention is a smart lock for your front door, back door, your shed, wherever you want to put the lock. But that is a very interesting, we've had the keypads forever, really. After you stopped wanting to have a key, keypads became something that was normal to get, and now we've just added the ability to have the keypad or use your phone or unlock it from anywhere. So you have August, you have Yale, you have Nest with Yale, you have the KiwiSick, you have your Schlage. There's a lot of different brands. There's a lot of different looks. Pingenie. There's so many different brands that do smart locks, and really, it all depends on what style you want to have. Do you want to have this big honking hub on the back of your knob and to actually turn and unlock the door? That's the August. If you want it to be not connected online, but you want to have all the smartness about it, that's the Pingenie. If you want to have just a normal lock with a key and nothing fancy looking, that's the KiwiSick or the Schlage. You've got all different kinds of options, from one crazy to one that's not so crazy. So just look at them, check them out, and see what you think are the best options. As always, with everything we talk about, will be in the description below, so make sure you go down there, check out the pricing, because some of them are, oh, that's not bad, and some of them are, we're like, let me sit down, that's crazy. $500 for a lock? Well, don't worry, because down in the description below is all the different types of links, pricing, and everything down there, so go check those out. If you do purchase anything from those links, thank you so much, because it does help our channel out with no added cost to you. So thanks. All right, and as you've all been waiting for, my number one pick is something that was very difficult to choose, to be honest, because yes, you have the $5 to $20 smart plugs that are really cheap and easy and quick to get into smart home tech, but I really think where you should start, and because it can really grow from there and connects with everything else, is the smart thermostat. Now, you've got a lot of different brands. You've got Nest, you've got Ecobee, and those are your top two biggest ones out there. You've also got Microsoft and Johnson Controls coming with their Microsoft Glass, which I've done a couple videos on over here, which is pretty awesome. I know some people that have the demo and have the actual beta version of it. We've been talking with them, but we can't share anything because it's in beta, and Microsoft and Johnson Controls will just not be happy with me. So instead of getting sued, I figured I'd just mention that and say that it's pretty awesome. But with the smart thermostat, yes, it is a very large jump into it. You're talking $200-$300 just to get into it, and you got to make sure that you've got the right wiring, make sure that your thermostat that you have already has the wiring that you need for the Nest or for the Ecobee. But to be honest, it's one of those things that really turns from having a dumb home or a semi-smart into home automation smart. And that's where the smart thermostat really comes into play, because yes, you can change the temperature on and off and hotter or colder from your phone. You can say, hey, turn it off, turn it on, make it cooler. You can use your voice. You can do all that, but with Nest or Ecobee, you have an AI there that's learning what your normal habits are. Whether, okay, every morning I turn up the heat or turn down the heat every single morning. So instead of me doing it, it automatically does it for me. Or as it sees that I'm coming home, my phone is a signal, so it's tracking me. Oh, he's coming home on this way. I'm going to go ahead and start cooling down the house to the temperature that he likes it when he gets home. Or, hey, he's leaving, everybody's out of the house. Why should I have it be so cold in the house when it's empty? It's smart, it's able to learn, and yes, you've got all the other options like every other smart thing, being able to use your phone, but having that AI and having that learning ability in there really makes it automation into your home. And really, smart home is great being able to talk and do it and all that, but home automation is where it's really, I think, is the underlying big factor of why people like smart home tech and why they want to have a smart home, is because they want to be able to walk in a room and the lights turn on. They want to leave and the lights turn off. They want to be able to do things automatically and not be lazy about it, but just have it more simple and more, Jetsons, basically. Well, there you go. My top 3 categories, product kind of things of how you can get into making your house smart. And really, the fact is there's a lot of different options out there. What you want to do is sit down and see what you want your house to do, what you want to be able to control, and really start from there. These are great 3 options, and in fact, we're going to be going and diving deeper into each one of these categories: goods, bads, why you should, why you shouldn't, options into each one of these. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of those videos. But thanks for watching. My name is Josh, and this has been the Gross Tech Show. God bless you guys as always, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.